Hello, my name is Robert from Riptide Fishes. Today I'm gonna be going over how to set up a fish tank. Okay. Today we're starting off with a 30-gallon tank. This one's going to be used for freshwater. It's a great beginner tank. It's not too big, not too small. There's a few different components that's involved in doing this. Okay, first of all, you're definitely going to need a pump that's going to give you a good water flow, good current inside there without having to buy a power jet. You really don't need one for a 30-gallon tank. I like the Whisper EX70. This is more for a 45 to 70 gallon tank. I like to go a little bit over on it, especially when I'm not using a power jet pump, because it creates enough current. And we got 2 cartridges. You got a biological filtration system inside there that creates holds good bacteria inside there. Easy to clean, easy to set up. It's not sitting inside your tank; it's sitting on the outside. Again, I personally like these. I've used these. I've used Fluval. I've used all different kind of filtration systems. But this one seems to be, for this type of gallon, a very good choice. Number 2, we've got to make sure that we have a heater. Okay, especially if you're inside the house or you're up north and the temperature seems to get cold, the temperatures is an issue. A heater is very important to have in there. Okay, and we are definitely going to get some river pebbles. Now, the reason for the river pebbles, okay, is you're going to end up going to the store, you're going to buy, unless you want some aqua blue or some pink pebbles on the bottom of your tank, you go to your local hardware store, and the river pebbles, they tend to not be so porous, and it doesn't hold algae, okay, on there. So if you got the sun going on and somehow you're not too savvy or too much being on the maintenance in your tank, they tend to grow algae on it, and then it's a real hassle to get rid of. So river pebbles are fine, and the next thing you're going to need is a strainer. That way you can just throw the river pellets in there, rinse them out real good. It's important to rinse them out, so you don't want that dust that's inside here, inside this bag, inside your tank. Okay? It's going to dirty up the filter for no reason whatsoever. So at the same time, you're able to just go ahead and scoop it into your tank. Okay? I'm going to go ahead now. I'm going to clean the river rocks up, and I'm not going to waste your time watching me do that. So I'll get back to you as soon as I get those river rocks in here, and we'll go to the next step. It's Robert from Riptides again. Okay, finally got the river rocks cleaned up. Got them all set down there. Got a nice thick coat in the bottom. Good thing about it is that since they're heavy rocks, if you're planning on using live plants, excellent rocks to be able to hold your plants down. Something worse than having your plants come flying around, your fish come swimming around, it's knocking everything out. You want to put any kind of decorations in there, it'll set it and hold it very good. Finally got the filter ready. It's a very simple filter. Okay, it comes in 3 different stages. You got 3 different tubes that sets up down here. Okay, that's where your water inlet is here. This is your motor. This is the biofilter. This is the biological filtration system. And then these right here are your cartridges. Okay, make sure they say front on it, so you know which directions to put your filters on. It comes with a top. It's got a little tab. Right now it's white. The minute it's going to be a little thing down there that says you're going to squeeze it. The minute you squeeze it, it's time sensitive. Right? When it's all red, that means it's time to change it. Okay? So, put the top back on here. This, you're going to want to make sure that when you put the water in the tank, that you prime it. Okay? You want to put water in there so you don't burn your engine out. And the water level's got to be up to here. Okay? It's very simple to install. It goes behind your tank. This one seems to be a little too long, so I'm going to take one stick out. Okay, as you can see there, I can separate that. Put the filter in here, down here. Okay, that's perfect. It's sitting right at the bottom there, so it's picking up all the dirt. The water's going to be coming up from up here. Okay. Now our next step, I've already put the heater up in here. Have not plugged it in yet. You don't plug the filter, you don't plug the heater in until that water is all the way up there, because you will destroy your heater. Okay, and those heaters are expensive. Next step's going to be is filling it up. I particularly like to use well water. The well water down here in South Florida, in some areas, are very good, and I'm fortunate enough to have very good well water. pH is great on it. It's zero nitrates. It's what the fish swim in. It's under our aqua filter down here in Florida. If not, if you're going to use tap water, I recommend you use, it's a little bottle, it's called Prime. Comes in a little red bottle, okay, and it's got a few little different things that it's got in there. It dechlorinizes the water, takes whatever nitrates you might have. Even in waters that you have right now, the nitrates are a little high. Whatever, you can add a few of that. That'll help out a little bit, not too much, like a cleaning would, but that helps out. So you definitely use a dechlorinizer. Take that chlorine out of there and run that system the way it should be. Okay, so I'm going to fill it up with water now. Yeah, alright, it's Robert from Red Tags again. Here it is. Got the rocks laid out, the water put up, pumps running fine, heaters plugged in. They're set up right now at about 676. I got a sponge air hose that I got going in there. You can pick those up. In most pet stores, they don't sell them too much. They're good because they tend to capture the lab bacteria, and it creates a good atmosphere for them in there. It also collects a little bit more debris, so you just take it out, squeeze the sponge out, and it's full of carbon on the inside. Obviously, for the purposes that I have this here for, is going to be for just, it's a holding tank for some of the fishes that I sell. So I use this basic light that you pick up at any hardware store. They're very inexpensive. For my purpose, this is what I need. A lot of people don't need any more than that. If this is what you're going to use it for. If not, you buy yourself a nice canopy cover. They have all different kinds of lightings and all different kinds of designs and everything like that. I added stress zyme, okay, which is actually gets the bacteria in there, beneficial bacteria inside there. I also added some pond salt, some pond rock salt, so you get the electrolytes in the water going. Water's a little hazy right now. About 3, 4, 5 hours. Water should be crystal clear. Give it about, I use well water, so my fish, tomorrow I can start putting them in there. If you're using tap water, make sure that you've used the prime that I told you before. Let it cycle out for about 3 days. And you should be good to go. So come visit our website, www.riptidefishes.com. I've got some pictures. There's contact us there where you can place some comments on there for you. If you have any comments for me, any questions or anything like that, please feel free to ask. And this is just one of many episodes that we're going to be doing. So I hope to see you soon, and I hope your tank's crystal clear and A1 shape. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.